Alright, so on the list today is Kirby Mass Attack. This is a game that was made for Nintendo 3DS. Yes, this is the first gen 3D. Nah, not 3DS, DS. Yes, this is the first gen DS because my 3DS broke. So I had to get a new one, so I'm using my backup reserves here, my old DS. Anyways, Kirby Mass Attack. So basically, the story of Kirby goes. Let's go to my. Basically, story of Kirby Mass Attack goes. Kirby is, going along one day, resting under a tree, just relaxing, and then this sorcerer guy comes and starts wreaking havoc. Of course, Kirby sees him, tries to stop him, and the guy blasts him, and he turns Kirby into a bunch of little Kirbys, which you could get in tens. So you could have up to 10 little Kirbys, which is why it's called Kirby Mass Attack, because it's 10 little Kirbys, which makes one Kirby. You could obviously lose them in levels. You could gain Kirbys. There'll be certain aspects in the game to where you can only access this door for this, gold medal. It's basically like a collectible throughout the game, kind of like in Mario games. You can only select this door if you have 10 Kirbys or if you have 8 Kirbys. You can, when Kirbys do die, they'll like turn into like these little ghost things. And you can jump up to grab them to keep them from, fully passing away, because if they fly away, they're gone for the level. And you would have to earn them back. So anyways, so here's the story mode, here's the extras. In extras, you'll usually see the mini games, like Kirby Quest, game album, the checklist. As you can see, I have almost all the medals at 175 out of 186, 13 out of 14 extras. In the checklist, they're basically like little achievements. Here's a few of them that I've gotten. And, they all tell you what to do, so some of them are, more difficult than others. Some of them are relatively easy. It all depends. There's 35 of them. So now let's go click on story mode. So here's the world I'm in. See, it tells me right there, in order to access the last level, I need max 10 Kirbys. So you're gonna see little medals here, basically saying I cleared it. It says 1 just because that's the max Kirbys you need for that level. You don't need more than 1 for that level in particular. You'll see up to the top left here, it has the medals. Well, actually not medals, those are the mini games again. You'll see it has the mini games, and then it'll have the achievements list here, so you could always go back to it when you're in the hub world. Then you have a warp star here. Now warp stars, you could travel to other islands, and it won't affect me in this case because I beat the game, but warp stars work like in the beginning of the game, because they'll have these like little skull guys that are like ghosts. Usually if you warp back to another level, and let's say you had 10 Kirbys, they're going to take all 9 Kirbys and you'll only be left with 1 because you're warping back and forth. But because I beat all these levels and I beat the game, that doesn't really apply to me. So here's the number of stages, the medals found in each of those places. As you can see, Volcano Valley I did not do so hot in. Hot. Let's see, greenhouses, first place. You also see these guys over here, which they always give good advice, or they give you little hints about what to expect. So you could ask for a hint, get a hint. and they'll tell you a couple things about the levels or treasures in certain levels. You could ask him as many hints as you want. He won't charge you. So let's go to the first level, just so you guys can see it. So stage 1. By the way, you move all these Kirbys with your finger. No buttons. This is all about using the touchscreen. So, walking, little star here. Oh yeah, and after you eat a certain amount of fruits, you'll gain another Kirby, and you'll notice the rainbow medals are the harder ones to get in the level. And to kill enemies, like I just did, you send your Kirbys to gang up on all of them in order to beat them. Certain enemies are bigger, so you can't just fight them with 2 or 3 Kirbys. You're gonna have to use multiple. You could also clump them up like this and have them go up like that. So then we're gonna have them break these boxes. As you can see, my score is being impacted by it. You can hit these question marks like they've been showing me. They show me how to play the game. Then we're going to do that. And then we're going to bring them over here. This is like a nice little tutorial level. Nothing crazy. Keep it relatively simple. Hit the bomb. So we just killed him, so he made us fighting enemies. See, you could pummel the foe. Now obviously, like I said, the more enemies you put, not more enemies, more Kirbys you put on the enemy, the faster you can dispose of them. So, and you'll notice certain fruits get you closer to another Kirby than others. So let's see, we got some more fruits here. You also have to be careful in certain levels. Oh yeah, and whenever you reach a medal you've already gotten, it'll be shaded out. You can still get it for the score, but it'll be shaded out. And the cool thing about it is you'll see how you have 5 up here. Whenever you hit a medal, it'll show, like, let's say that was the second medal. It'll show that was the second medal. Ergo being you missed the first medal, or you missed the third, or you're right on track because you have all 4. So that's also helpful that the game kind of does that subtly, so you know which you have and which you don't have. See? There you go. Got another Kirby. Now we have 9. Yeah, these guys are little dynamos. Anyways, like I was saying, there are certain levels to where it'll be kind of fast paced and the screen will be moving, so it'll really test how well you can deal with multiple Kirbys at once and keeping them all alive and well. See, now we're getting bananas, melons, and melons, if I remember correctly, give the most points. Okay, and that means it heals them. So whenever a Kirby gets hurt, they'll turn blue. So whenever we reach these, I just slide them through and they get healed. In this case, no Kirby got hurt. Whenever you see one of these are kind of like warp tunnels or warp warp doors where it allows you to go straight to the ending of the level. So we're just going to use it just so you guys could see it. And if you reach the end of a level, you're going to use one of these, a slingshot. So it's telling me I could warp. So, and occasionally you'll have some of these sections where you have to click a button in order to do an act. So now we warped all the way to the end. As you're reaching the end of a level, you'll notice the screen starts getting dark, and the end of the level will always have this cool royal looking door, and it'll say stage cleared. But you know, I didn't get the full credit because I used the goal shortcut. So now it's saving. Excuse me. So now let's say I wanted to fight the first boss. So like I said before, all of these levels have a Kirby minimum requirement. So 2, 5, you have to have 7, you have to have 5. Whenever you hit a boss fight, you always have to have 10 Kirbys. Cool thing is you could always go and get more Kirbys throughout the levels, and it doesn't matter. So let's say we want to fight this guy. So now I have to be careful. One of my Kirbys just got hurt. He turned blue. And they bounced me off. Be careful because he's trying to hurt my guys. He just hurt like another 2 of them. Now they follow wherever your finger goes, so they definitely rely on you to make sure they don't get killed. Oh, see, 2 of them turn into ghosts. You have to grab them quickly or they die forever. Yeah. So that was the first boss. So I got a bronze star because I lost no Kirbys. Obviously, when I lose Kirbys, my score is going to be affected at the end. Let's see. Let me show you one of the other places, just so you could get a feel for how the places can be different. You also notice the rainbow metals will bridge these gaps that you see here in order to get me closer to the boss fight. So let's say we go to this place. I don't even remember what this stage has, but let's say we're going to go here. So you guys can kind of get the gist of how different these places are. See, this place is more like a resort. It's, you know, a lot nicer. Not that there's anything wrong with the green grounds, but it's a little nicer. Now you get to see these cool little things. These like rockets you could shoot them out of. I don't remember this level. Damn it. Hey. Ooh, almost got me. Almost got me to budge. got another medal. Actually doing pretty well, surprisingly. Ooh, shit. Shit. Ah. They're not gonna let me get all of them. Watch. Because I think I missed a Kirby. Well, not missed one, but one died. Yeah, damn it. That sucks. So you'll have like different variations of levels like this where, you know, different cool special stuff happen. They definitely find a whole bunch of ways to use little Kirby's in ways that you never really thought you would, but this is a, you know, an interesting, fun game like that. The game's not that difficult, but it is difficult to get all the medals. I will say that, or to get almost all the medals. That's definitely difficult to do. Let's see. Let me show you one more level. Let's go to Volcano Valley. What's all this? I remember this. What's all this about? Interesting. I remember that, but alright. So let's say we go here. Oh, also in the game, sometimes you'll find these keys, these skull keys, and if you find the right door and you hit the skull key, you find the right door and you hit the skull key, you'll be able to fight, you know, the little skull guys for medals. Oh yeah, they're the zombie ones here. Yeah, I remember that. This is a weird level. Yeah, and they don't die. Oh wait, is this the level I think? Oh, there they are. Yeah, and they try to abduct Kirby's. But if you gang up on them, they can't take your Kirby's away, so it's not too bad. Is this the level I think it is? That was like really hard. Or it was hard for me. Yeah, see, there's one of the keys. Trying to... Yeah, see, when you touch it, it teleports you. So now you're gonna be teleported to this like abyss kind of looking area, and see that one of them has a treasure chest. They're all gonna try to take my Kirby's. I'm gonna try to take them away, but I have too many for them, so they don't stand a chance. See, now we're gonna use a key on it, and of course it's gonna have some fruit there, and now we're gonna be teleported out of here. There's giant zombie one. Oh yeah, They could really get you with that. So now we're going to use a warp again.
Probably put something in that, man.
Alright. Now we're just gonna exit the level. Use the shortcut. Alright, so basically that's basically Kirby Mass Attack. Oh yeah, you can always hit the title screen here. You want to return. But yeah, that's basically Kirby Mass Attack. It's a fun little game for the DS. Nice little game to play if you want to get away from the first-person shooters or the RPGs or whatever you enjoy playing. If you want to play something kind of lighthearted, I would definitely recommend playing Kirby Mass Attack. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.